muted. Hello, welcome back to Robin Live. My name's John. Robin will be with us shortly here in a couple minutes. Don't forget about our stars. I want to mention them right off the bat. The stars help us a ton, help all the shows that we put forward, put out. Helps us with any new technology, helps us with there's bills to pay when we're putting out and services we have to use and all that stuff. And it's nice. And it also helps us on Facebook because the more stars we accumulate, the better chance we have of having more advertisements and things like that. So 99 cents gets us like 100 stars. So if you have time, you got $1 anytime you're watching us, give us some stars. I appreciate everyone for doing that. Let's see, what else do we got here? We got Chris is here. Hey, Chris. Kim is with us.
Hey, Kim.
Bill is with us.
Hey, Bill.
Hello, Bill. Yeah, so Robin will be with us shortly. What was I going to talk about besides the stars? We got exciting news once Robin's able to join us. I got to tell you some exciting news for something that we've been wanting for a long time. And it took, it's kind of crazy how it was able to happen so quickly when it was being made out like you were trying to pass a law or something, but we'll get into that in a little bit. What else? Weather-wise, before we start, Robin, looks like it's nice.
Yeah.
Not bad, little chilly, little windy.
Chilly, the wind.
But I don't see much of a rain or snow coming, so that's nice. I don't think.
Nice.
Maybe the weekend, I don't know. Nothing, we should be almost done with all that.
We always get that storm near St. Patrick's Day.
And we're coming up on St. Patrick's Day really quick.
I know, we got to get our...
What's today, the 7th? Today's the 7th, right?
Yeah.
Why am I drawing, what's it, the 17th?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know why the 14th almost was in my head. I don't know. Don't forget, too, about all of our other shows, just real quick to run them down while Robin's getting ready. We've got Falls Count Anywhere on Saturday with Charlie Turner and Chris DiCarlo. The Spitball and Sports Podcast is Friday night with me and Scott Taggart, and of course Citizens United with me and Noel and everybody else that's there. And all of you also is at Monday at 6. And this Monday we have a guest, and our guest on Monday, we love the guest we had last night, all the way from England, Great Britain last night, our survivor and a survivor coach helping people. Kimberly Lowe will be back, and she's running for U.S. Senate out of Virginia. But one not exciting, shouldn't say that. One good thing about having her back is she spent some time in East Palestine, Ohio. So she got a lot of information about train derailments and all that other stuff. So I'm curious to see what she's going to say as she continues her run for Virginia's United States Senate seat. And it's really nice for her because she likes to show up here.
Yeah.
And she can't get votes from us, but she still comes. So that's nice. I can't wait to hear what she knows about Ohio and what she's seen. And she put out a list the other day of all these train derailments. And I'm curious to see what her thoughts are on all that. So,
all right, I am ready.
You're all set, Robin?
Yeah.
Well, Robin's here. We should probably put up your banner because that'll tell everyone you're here.
Yeah, let me just send a quick message to Noelle and tell her that we're sorry we forgot to send the link.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I can't imagine. I think if it was, but anyhow. So we finally did it, Robin.
Yes.
We finally got the falls illuminated in teal, and that'll be on April 8th at 10 p.m. You'll be able to see it from home because we have a link that you'll get. You can get it right now. Even obviously you can find it anywhere, but we'll put it out there because it's at 10 p.m. And if you can't make it there, you can see it live. There's a live shot from the earthcam.com or whatever it is, but so you can see the falls lit up. It lasts for 15 minutes. It starts at 10 p.m. to 10:15 on April 8th. So finally, Sexual Assault Awareness Day, a month, will be recognized. Now, here's the thing about that. This is what's unbelievable. And of course, this has always got to be this way. For 2 years now, we've talked about it. On Citizens United. We've talked about it. We've asked. Yes. I've even talked to people that are, when I was talking to politicians, I talked to the one Democrat chairperson there, Borgatti, talked to others. I think Noel had reached out to some that sit on city council. None of them could do a thing. None of them. Mayor's office, nobody could do a thing here.
Right. Gail talked to someone.
Yeah. Yes, she talked to someone too. No one could do anything. It was almost as if we were trying to, you'd think we were trying to change the city charter or we were trying to, pass a law. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do anything. But it's funny how fast things work when you get out of this hellhole. Here's a tweet. I sent this tweet out at, let me see what time, 12:30 to Mayor Jim Diodate on Niagara Falls, Ontario. It's just telling them we need your help. We've sent in requests to the Illumination Board to have the falls lit up in teal for Sexual Assault Awareness Month, April. We put in several requests, no response. It'd be a great thing to show victims people care. So within maybe 10 minutes, I got a response back from the mayor of Niagara Falls, Ontario on Twitter saying, please send me an email. So I sent him an email right away, explaining to him what we are and why we want it. Telling him, the whole thing. Send him a link to the show too, so he could see that we're real, that's a real thing. He sends back this. Wow, what worthwhile work you guys are doing. Thank you for sharing that. Carmela McDougall at the Illumination Board, who I have copied in here, can assist you further with your request, illumination request. That's at 2:03 p.m. We started at 12:30, 2:03 p.m. By 4:12, this email comes. And it says, please accept this email as confirmation of the special color illumination on April 8th, 2023 to recognize Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The falls will be illuminated teal at 10 p.m. for a 15-minute duration. Please note that all illumination times are approximate and subject, I think, to change and all that, condition, whatever. And there's a link, and we'll be sharing that, where if you can't make it because 10 p.m. is late, you can watch it live as it happens. So by the time I never talked to anybody, tweeting to that guy, to Mayor Diodati over there in Niagara Falls, Ontario, it took him less than 4 hours to get it done.
Right.
It was done. It was done in like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. We've been trying for 2 years on this side.
Yeah.
With whoever we could talk to. Anyone we could talk to. We sent things to the Illumination Board, though, too. Yeah, so I don't know what they were, how that all fell, by the way. Because it's funny, in the email sent by Carmela McDougall, she copies in some of the requests. She sends me the requests, basically showing that we requested. Oh, like it's in there. So it's acknowledged how many times we requested for this. And so, oh, thanks, Chris. I'm glad we got to do this. All of you guys helped it along. So, Dave, yeah, there's a Canadian flag. That's awesome news. Scott, thank you. So, like, what I'm saying is, so they acknowledge that it gets done. The mayor of the city of Niagara Falls, Ontario, gets the tweet and has it done by 4:12 p.m. this afternoon. I'm going to say it again, how disgusting these people are here. I don't give a damn. That's why I talked to the Niagara County chairman. I asked, because we were talking, that's when I was talking to him. And I asked him, what, I forgot what we were going back and forth about, but I said, there's one thing you can help me with. Do this for me.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll do it. I said, I don't want it to be a political thing, though. I don't want it to be brought to you by the Democrats of Niagara County. Okay. I believe that we had spoken to the Niagara Falls chairwoman at one time, way back when, about it. I know Noel talked to a couple councilmen that are sitting there. Mm-hmm. They all acted as though, and the mayor's office ignored it when they got their request. Right. They all acted as though this was an impossible thing to do. Like you can't, and they even lied and said it was done before.
Right.
Which it wasn't, as we are seeing. It was not done. When was it done?
Right.
It was not done. So, go ahead, Robin.
And if it was done and not put out there, what good is that? Like, that defeats the whole. So maybe it's sometimes, yes, they have a teal light bulb, and maybe sometimes.
But they light it up teal for other stuff.
That's what I mean. So maybe sometime in April, the falls was lit up teal for something, but that doesn't mean it was for sexual assault survivors, Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Well, because all you got to do is go on and check the schedule.
Right.
And it tells you. So they made it like it couldn't be done. And I guess the whole point is, every once in a while, I know Jerry was everyone's been sending stuff. Noel, Jerry, Gail,
I've sent them.
yourself, a bunch of people out there have been sending it. And every once in a while when I'm doing from what I'm doing, if I start thinking of stuff, and tweeting is great. Twitter is one of the best things ever because Twitter, I can get to anyone. You know that? I can
Yes.
get to anyone on Twitter at any time. And I'm not saying big stars sometimes won't respond, but it was perfect.
Right.
It was right there. It happened that quick, just out of luck. The Citizens United Twitter page sent him a message. We explained to him what we do every week, what we've been doing for a couple of years now. He was happy with it. There we go. There we go. Carmela McDougall, whoever you are, thank you. At 412, you did it. He said it's going to be done. I believe it'll be done. Because if I hear it from these people here in this city,
oh, well, please.
What a bunch of rotten. You know what? I knew this day would come, and I knew I knew we were going to have to go outside. There was no way.
What's going to happen, though? Somebody in this city, and I don't know if it'll be the mayor, I don't know if it'll be one of the council people, somebody around here is going to try to put their stamp on this, too.
Well, they probably don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because Bill says, guess this city of Niagara Falls, New York has given its stance on sexual assault. Yeah, it has. No stance at all. Yep. You're right. That's exactly what it is. There is no stance.
Yep.
I've personally talked to a councilman before myself, and they just don't. It just doesn't move. The appetite isn't there.
No.
So, I mean, I'm happy and very happy. This is great for people because you can watch the link. That link is live. I clicked on it. It's really cool. You see the file. You'll see it. You don't have to go there. You can watch it from home. You don't have to go down there because 10 o'clock is late. And sometimes you don't want to go, maybe the way things are going, you don't want to drive down. But I cannot tell you how nobody can put their stamp on it. It's yours. You have receipt. Yeah. It's everyone. It's the sexual assault survivors. It really is. It's for them. It's for the awareness. It's for people to maybe wake up. And this city is disgustingly just not even, they're not even in it. They're not even in the game. They're not even involved. They don't care. Because that simple of a request, because listen, this city was able to get it lit. They lit this thing up for Kobe Bryant. We don't live in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
They did it the other day for Throw Up Awareness Day. They did it for Vomit Awareness Day. They did it for Lithuania. They did it for Bulgaria. They did it for everything and anything you could think of. They did it for Fertility Day. But yet they could not do this or even respond on this side of the border.
Right.
This is why. If it were up to me and I was the king and I could wave a magic wand somehow, everyone, what I would do in this next election is I wouldn't vote. I swear to God, the score could be 2-0. That's it. You win 2-0. It's a shutout. 2-0. There they go. And
yeah, it'd be like a baseball game.
And then everybody just get out of these parties immediately. I'm not saying don't vote. You get into the no party thing and stop supporting these people because they're no good. I don't care what they do. They're no good. They're just not any good. So April 8th at 10 p.m., we should expect to see the mayor posing in front of the falls while it's teal for a photo op. He better not. That will be a mistake because you know what, Scott? That will be when then I will myself. Personally, I'm going to get involved in that. He better be nowhere near it.
Scott, you can join us at the falls April 8th at 10 p.m. And if the mayor tries for
you'll see firsthand what happens.
Throw him overboard.
Yeah, he better just stay away from this. All of them need to stay away. They have no business being around. They don't have a choice. It's literally their job or they can be removed. And Burdett congratulates us. Thank you. Everyone should be removed. The employees are either guilty or complicit. Yeah. They all should be removed. Yeah, remove them all. I'm just telling you though, you had a situation where all we wanted was a simple. We've been doing it for 2 years. Think about that. 2 years worth of this nonsense over something that should be really, really basic and easy. And it was made as difficult as possible. And knowing too everything that's gone on, because the stuff with D'Angelo is pretty high profile here. Right. So it isn't as though, you could even look at the Lewiston case too. Everything is it's high profile stuff happening. let alone all the people that were abused and raped and hurt by the school district or the all that in this city. Okay, you have one. You had the one in Lewiston, and D'Angelo's huge,
Right.
obviously for obvious reasons, and so it's not like it hasn't been a topic of discussion. You know what I mean? It's known what is going. Go ask anyone who's, especially in the political world, I'm talking about, or in leadership or in anything else. They know what's going on with that. They know it. It isn't like they haven't heard.
Right. But
so,
you know what?
Don't care.
They should be more aware, whether it's high profile or not. They should know more about that than they know about fucking Bulgaria. Anyways,
yeah, no doubt.
How about we worry about what's going on here in America, and then here in New York, and then here in Niagara Falls? How about we start doing stuff like that and stop worrying about other nonsense that, when it comes right down to it, people aren't affected by it and don't care about.
Burdett says it's a damn shame, our leadership. It's a very sad thing. We need someone for the people and the local businesses. Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah.
Because the local businesses are gone. You get choked out by the state, whatever. And then, of course, we see what's going on with people, working people unable to afford their rents for apartments and stuff. So that's a problem that the mayor said it best. It's not glamorous to talk about poverty. Well, eventually not. Maybe they you know what? I can't even say that. They never will.
No,
they never will.
No, they'll build their arenas
or whatever
and stay and just be completely out of touch with the city that they live in and the people that are around them.
But you know what it is with them too? Before they even became in leadership, they were out of touch.
Right.
Like they've been in that thing for 20 some years.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is we continue to elect people who are out of touch with what's happening with real people who are trying to pay rent, or who are trying to pay their mortgage, or, things like that, who are victims of sexual assault and crime and poverty
and murder. How about the murder? The families of those murder victims that were always just ignored.
Yeah.
Burdett, you're right. It's got to be broken down by zone. Every other place does it by that. There's 5 districts you could have to give you 5 councilmen with ease. There'd be no problem. You know what else needs to be done? They got to start making it easier for people to run. Stop making there be a barrier with these stupid petition signings. That is nonsensical. How hard they try to make it to run for something. They deter people. There's no doubt, because if you're going to run for something, everyone can't be retired.
Right.
So how are you going to go find 500, 1,000 signatures when you got to work? It just don't make sense. And have a family. It just don't. You don't want people to run. It don't make sense to have council members all from the same area. No, it don't. And every other place around us, North Tonawanda does it, Lockport does it. It isn't like, Buffalo does it.
Right.
We're the only ones. We're not a town. In towns, they don't have to do that.
Right.
But here, you would think you would want to expand. Well, they don't want that. They just don't want it. They're look at the people that end up being our council people generally.
Right.
It's going to be teachers. How can we change it? How, Burdett? Here's how we can change it. I know how. The city charter is where this is all at. This is like the constitution of the city.
Right.
And this won't happen, sadly. If you had anyone with any guts in the city council or a mayor, you could start the ball rolling. You really could. You could start the ball rolling into doing that, because that's where I'd have to change it.
Right.
Sadly, what is amazing is how many people would disagree and would stick up for not having, and would want to not have district counseling.
Yeah.
You would. You'd hear it. Oh, no problem, Noel. Noel's here with us. We were just talking. Noel, let me refresh you with something, Noel, and everybody else. Let me refresh you. It doesn't make any sense, Burdett. You're right. It's ridiculous.
You know what, Burdett? We're lucky in this city that we have good people like you who keep their businesses here, because it's got to be next to impossible to run a business here.
Yeah. Yeah. Noel, look at this. From the Citizens United Twitter page. We sent this to Diodate, Jim Diodate, the mayor of Niagara Falls, Ontario. There it is, asking. That was at 12:30. At 12:40, he responds to me, send me an email. I send him an email, right, Noel? I send him an email, and here's his email back. Wow, John, what worthwhile work you guys are doing. Thank you for sharing. Carmela McDougall at the Illumination Board, who I have copied in here, can assist you further for the illumination request. It's at 2:03 p.m. By 4:12, it's done. There it is. We're all done. We've been working at this for 2 years with the people around here. So
Yeah.
I'm happy and pissed off because there would be no reason why this couldn't have been done without all this. Right. I would have feared it had been done without us even asking.
Right. But it's not, because it's not taken seriously. It's not Bulgaria or Ukraine or whatever the popular country is that we're going to decide to support. It's not one of those things. It's not something glamorous. It's something that actually affects people, and that these people who are making decisions know either they themselves are doing it or they know someone who is.
Yeah. Noel says he's helping people he doesn't even need to help. Right. We can't vote for him.
Right.
We don't even live there. And he's, yeah, well, because it all makes sense. And very responsible. Think about that, Noel. Think about how long McDougall, Carmela McDougall sent me back, and she copied and pasted quite a number of our requests that we had sent in through the years, and acknowledging the fact of our requests. So that was nice. They acknowledged pretty much that this is unbelievable, and but it was all on the Canadian side. It was all our friends across the bridge that did this for us. If
Maybe
you waited,
they actually do care about sexual assault over there.
Yeah, we've been asking our side. Yeah, we were asked. I know Borgatti was asked. I believe Ligamari at one point was notified about what we wanted. I know we did. As a matter of fact, I know you spoke to some council people, Noel, and I believe, and you said, and I believe even Gail did. We've had a lot of people asking this. The mayor got a message sent to him to his office, and they never replied. So, yeah, we love Canadians for that. Why not?
Go Leafs, go.
I just can't. I can't believe it took them. It took that mayor to do it, and not anyone here. Not one council person could even stand up to say, "Let's do this."
I know. It's sad.
They said it was done. We've all spoke to someone over here, and they were either not responsive or useless. Yeah, yeah. They would just not even respond. I just wouldn't even respond. They wouldn't even respond, and they didn't care.
Yeah.
They just didn't care.
Because they don't care.
No.
I mean, that's the only honesty in all of it, is that they showed themselves for what they really are. They don't give a shit. They're not.
Well, look at what they're doing. You've got a chairman of the Republican Party of Niagara Falls who robbed people. Who, go look it up. You can see it. I'm not making, go look it up. I'm not slandering anyone. Go to the page, put Bill Carroll's name in, and see what he's done. Now we got another guy who's going to run for city council, Mike Gowell, in the Republican Party that they are going to endorse, who also, as a sitting city councilman last time, committed tax fraud. And it's all right there. Look it up. And they're just endorsing these people. And they don't even care. It's amazing. And then you go to the other side, it's just as bad. I say this, don't even waste, don't even bother. Don't bother even, screw your elections. No more. No more. Let them all elect themselves. Because eventually, when you pull out of those parties, it may be the only thing that makes them even stop and think. The last thing you want to do is register people to those parties. Right. You can't do it.
No. We should have a mass exodus.
Yep. It is a joke. This side is too busy with their time hiding the corruption they are involved with. Yeah, that is true. They love thieves. Yeah. Well, think about it. Let's think about the Republican side of this in Niagara Falls. Those two guys I mentioned, in Niagara County, they hire D'Angelo. They hire the Buffalo Billions guy. They hire the other sexual assault guy that was with Mazier's. I can't remember his name for some reason.
Steve Pigeon.
Not him. That's another. Aronow. You got a whole bunch of list of people that committed either acts that ended up being criminal or should have been criminal.
Right.
And that's who they hire. And then Ken Tompkins. There you go.
Right.
So, I mean, we've got ourselves a real It makes me sick because people are buffaloed and they don't get it. And I've seen this forever and ever in my existence because of my family. And they don't get it. They don't understand how messed up these people are. And to think that a Republican would change a damn thing around here, you're insane.
Right.
They don't care. There's none of that here.
No.
None of it. It means nothing. This isn't San Francisco. It isn't all that. This is what it is. And it's been like this because don't get me wrong, I'm not going to blame it's Albany's doing. They set this up long ago. But let's see here. What do we got? It's a mess. The criminals are hiring the criminals. Absolutely right. Wow, Gall again. This is not the late 80s. That's sad. Yeah. Yeah, and a thief. And when he was elected, he was a thief. He committed tax fraud.
Right, yeah.
And right as he was as a acting city council person. And then you got no shame that you're going to come back and do it, and then not even come back and do it. Those nitwits that run these parties are going to endorse it.
Yeah.
People can change, though. That's what they say. I don't know who they are, though. Yeah, me neither.
Right.
This is exactly why all need to be removed. Yeah, well, yeah. Just complete frauds, complete thieves, everything.
The way to remove them all is by getting rid of the parties.
At least we could do that locally.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't.
You could do it in the city of Niagara Falls. Why not?
In the city of Niagara Falls, it would be so easy.
If people just decided to get out of them, if people just decide, you know what, I'm going to re-register and take your stuff for national politics and put it aside because this is where you live.
Right.
Register no party, vote in your general elections, and that's it. Because where you live is such a cesspool and disgusting when it comes to business people, when it comes to residents, when it comes to courts, when it comes to all of it, when it comes to the judicial system, right? Look how terrible it is.
Yeah.
D'Angelo running around, that scumbag Belter who gets away with everything he did. All of it is a mess.
Yeah.
All of it. And to sit there and to continue to support that and screw them. No, you don't need them. You don't need them. It's got to be stopped. It's like an alcoholic. It's got to be stopped.
Yeah.
It just has to. I know it's hard, but it's got to go. It's got to go. Oh yeah, and decent exposure too. That's oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there you go. There's more on the hit parade for Gall. He was running around nude or something. I don't know what he did.
Yeah, wasn't he hiding behind?
I think so. Something? I don't know. Allegedly, because allegedly. Okay.
Right.
I'll say allegedly 500 times, so I don't have to get another paper sent to my another paper sent to my house from some idiot, some scumbag who that's all they know how to do. By the way. Is make these threats and think everyone's going to be scared.
Right.
So
yeah, keep threatening. You see where it's getting you.
Yeah. I like some of the things that Demetrius is saying too. I wish the only thing that I wish, and I do talk to him a little bit, is got to get away from the parties. Got to get out of the parties. Just be loud. At this point, though, things are so bad here. Screw it. Be loud. Do whatever you got to. It doesn't matter no more. It don't matter. It's why those people marched to the mayor's house that time.
Right.
It's the exact reason why you had almost 50, 60 people marching to that house to tell him more than maybe 100. Why is it that you don't care about the victims' families that were being killed left and right in 2020?
But you acknowledge
the one at NU. Yeah. That family. So anyways, with a great day, even though we're pissed off a little bit, but that's just the way it is. But it's a great day because April 8th, finally, sexual assault awareness will be acknowledged. It'll be acknowledged for both sides of the border, which is nice.
Yep.
Worldwide, obviously. And so thanks, everyone.
Yeah, I think we should try to arrange something we can all get together.
Yeah, we'll probably all get together down there. I'll do some live streaming for people so they can see it.
Yeah.
On the on here on Citizens United, maybe even do a little kind of a show down there, but not really. Go down there and get ready. But yeah, it's a great day. Why don't we take a little break to do a commercial real quick? We're going to talk a little bit about the Niagara Falls Reporter when we come back, as we keep the conversation going from the other night. Let me just play a couple commercials if I could find them. I think by now I could find, but I have so much here on this thing, it's unreal. You should see, there's just a ton of stuff. Have you ever seen how much stuff?
Yeah, oh yeah. my phone would explode.
Yeah, well, all right, we'll be back in about a minute.
Digits 988 can save a life. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides connection to free confidential support. There is hope. The Lifeline works. For 24/7 confidential support, just call, text, or chat 988.
All right, thank you for that. So we're back with Robin live, and yesterday, of course, on Citizens United, we had a great guest to start with. I mean, Antoinette DeBar
Yes.
from not London. I can't remember. She said she was in Great Britain, in England. She said it, but I can't
Yeah.
remember now. So she was with us. She's going to come back with us. She's got a lot to say about family court. Wasn't
Yes.
that a shocker?
Wasn't-
I mean, it just didn't. I was stunned.
Yeah.
I guess I should have known, but
It wasn't. Like,
yeah.
It was in that I never thought that she would bring it up. But then when I thought about it, it's probably going on all over. I
Yeah.
mean, I really think that the courts aren't advocates for the kids. And if they ever were, they
Yeah.
certainly aren't now.
Yeah, that it sounds identical to here. It's
Yeah.
weaponized. I mean, think
Mhm.
about how the people weaponize CPS in
Yeah.
family court.
Yeah.
It's used as a weapon, whether it's a political weapon, it's a marital weapon, it's a whatever. It's a
Mhm.
weapon. It's not.
Like on the, I don't know how you'd say it, on the streets, people
Right,
like,
yeah, call
threaten
on
to
you.
do it
Mhm.
to each other. You know, friends go their separate ways
And
and
they're gonna
call
call.
on each other. Neighbors, landlords, everybody wants to get.
It's a weapon.
But you know what? Those people aren't getting involved when those people are being sexually assaulted or human trafficked or any of those things. Then
Because they want them to be. Their whole point is they just want to get to you. They want you to feel bad. That's all they want. They want to hurt you.
right,
They use it as a weapon. It's a weapon. It might as well
Right.
be a gun. I mean, it's just let me take your kids, see how you like it. I mean,
Yeah.
the type of thing. It's despicable. And then you add in here when you got D'Angelo around. I mean, there's so much we got to. Well, Monday we're gonna have a lot more. The Niagara Falls reporter. I know we try to do a recap of last night's show. You know,
yeah,
Antoinette DeBar though is going to come back and talk about that. We had a discussion today on Messenger. She's going to come back soon about CPS and family court.
yes. One
So-
thing that she said that I
go ahead.
thought was particularly helpful, or that I thought really hit home with me as a survivor, was when she talked about triggers. Being like warning signals to yourself. And it was really an interesting way to look at it. like I know for me, I'm very associative with things, and it's a conscious like effort to not
Let it
do,
bother you. Let it
yeah, to
happen.
and then but sometimes you have to get to the point where you just realize it's going to remind you of that, but you have to let it remind you of how far you've come instead of where you were.
Yeah, no, when I saw she had put a message out there that said make triggers a way to, I forgot what she said, to become a survivor or something, or use them instead of letting them use you, or so however she put it. And I thought
Yeah.
that was an incredible statement. Because I've watched you deal with it, and you're better now than you were before.
Hmm.
And
And there's still some things, you know what? The biggest thing for me is when it takes me off guard.
right,
Like there's things that I'm consistently used to.
right,
Like,
right.
you know, music is a big part of my life. So it's like I'm very associative with that. So there's songs that, you know, that I've had to deal with or whatever. But like it's things that come up that surprise me that can still trigger me.
Yeah, yeah. Natalie says attorneys on cases that cover up facts should be removed from New York practice. That is correct. Things quickly. Yeah, they love it though. They're all for it.
Yeah.
They're all for it. I don't and that's why we always go back to the political system, because everything is brought to you by the two parties. Everything, every judge, everything, every police chief, every sheriff, everything is brought to you by those two parties because it's all political. They either run themselves in a political election or they're appointed.
Right.
It's everything goes to those two. Everything that's corrupt, everything that happens everything that's allowed to happen, all of it, from using the family court as a weapon to, like, D'Angelo not getting bail and running around doing whatever the hell he wants. It all goes to them because they elected a judge. They pushed a judge at one point that makes the decisions, and it's
Right.
all political. It's all them. And eventually, I hope maybe someday I'll probably be dead, but I hope someday it changes and people would get after them, because I don't think you get to the root of corruption until you figure, in my mind, know where it comes from. And you guys do know. And some people know and just are complicit. You know that, okay, let's go with the Faso thing. She
Right.
was being endorsed by Republicans, and Democrats, both, everybody. And they're pushing her. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Right.
And so they push it in. They make it happen.
Yeah.
It's not a real election. It's never been a real
No.
election. Judges, sheriffs, your police chiefs, everything that has to do with the judicial system is political, and
Right.
it's disgusting.
And who knows why it was her turn to be pushed through? Maybe Nick D'Angelo does, and that's why she's.
Well, we know why. Think about how it always goes. I saw it with the mayor when he went. They made a guy wait, and then when it was just, they let him in, and then they keep doing it.
Yeah.
It's nonstop. That's how they fix it. That's how they stack the bench. What does New York Bar? Yeah, they don't think anything, Dave, because we've sent so many things to them. People, let's say, about D'Angelo, nothing, not a damn thing.
They're ridiculous.
How many times I've said,
absolutely terrible. Noel's had it out with them. Gail's had it out with them.
Think about the bar. Think about what the mayor did. Think about what the mayor did when he threw those people. He abused the judicial system more than probably anyone ever really has in the court, literally in the courtroom, right?
Right.
And they didn't disbar him.
No.
They didn't do anything. They said, okay, you can't be judged no more. But it's nothing else.
Right.
I mean, so it's just unbelievable. All the power is in the people. It sure is. It really is one state. Once you realize, and I know you all out there probably do, it all stems from them too, making the choices for you half the time. And that's it. Oh, you're right. The bar it's a private membership association. That's what it is. Yeah. So it's just it's perfection.
Right.
They don't even have to pretend that it's a club. But anyhow, yeah, she was great. Can't wait to talk to her again. The stupid ass reporter did what it did. It came up with that stupid thing saying guilty until proven innocent, blah, blah, blah. We heard that talk before. So that isn't nothing new. But I can't wait to see if they do anything or say anything about Noel or any other victim. I'm very curious.
As far as I'm concerned, they've already said too much. There's no putting the toothpaste back in the tube here for me. No apology, no bullshit apology, no retraction, no update on the story. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what they do.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Paper, it's not even it's just trash. It'll never have credibility. Not as long as D'Angelo and Parlato and guys like Skurlin and all these idiots are attached to it. It just never will.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. They are guilty. They are written guilty until proven innocent articles. Yeah, about the victims. You're right. They absolutely did. How many times did Tony Farina write those and the rest of them?
Yeah.
So what I'm just curious if they're going to have any do it again. If you do it again, then you're going to be up for some sort of legal action. They won't do it again. Yeah. They can't do it again. They do it again, they're going to get,
Right.
I mean, they're going to get buried on social media anyways.
Right.
So that's already going to start. But they keep lying and covering for D'Angelo and saying he's not there when he is. They literally told me. I know they told you.
Noel has proof. For anybody out there that doesn't believe it, if you need to see it with your own eyes, Noel can put it in front of your own eyes. If it's
that's like the Niagara action too. The people that I keep seeing sharing it and sharing like sports content from the Niagara action, like it's not even like the Niagara action is like on the street and they come up with some stuff that maybe you didn't know, like someone gets killed on 30th Street or something. It's just it's for sports.
Right.
It's insane.
All it is D'Angelo manipulating the media. And he's doing it by putting out things that he knows people clickbait, basically. Things that people are going to share, that they're going to like. Oh, here's Josh Allen. Oh, here's this, here's that. And meanwhile, he's using it to manipulate victims.
And Noel, yeah, I remember the Gazette in that one article when the Niagara action got in trouble for using police or whatever they were doing, sharing false stuff. It basically said it in there, right in the Gazette.
Yeah,
I think his buddy said it. So yeah, it's not. It's
and Parlato, by the way, if you don't know about him, look into him too.
Yeah, if you were to just Google his name, that's all you need to do. Google him.
Do you remember that page that he took down?
Yes.
About the women.
Yes. Yeah, they were. Yes.
It was disgusting.
Yeah,
he ran
proud.
the page.
He was
right?
proud. Yeah, he's proud of it.
Yeah,
he's proud.
Saying that women should be subservient and all this.
It was beyond that. It was beyond.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it.
Then just John, how would you go about opening up a city charter to get the 5 district council? Well, Dave, unfortunately, because of the way things are here, you would need to become a city council person or become a mayor or convince one of them as that's what you need to do. And obviously they don't want to do it because it would, maybe it affects them in a certain way. So, but yeah, that would be how you do it. Change it. That's the only way to do it. If maybe a state senator or a state assemblyman or one of our legislators would possibly say something like that, since they're done by districts too, the legislature, you know, here in Niagara Falls, maybe if they would jump on board, maybe to get some movement. But they're definitely silent. They're just silent. They don't care.
They might as well not even exist. I mean,
yeah, they don't do much for us. Scott says, did the Niagara action post pictures of the sheriff jumping in the lake at the? Oh, God, I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah,
he jumped in the lake.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
What a circus.
Yeah.
Jumping in the lake, eating sandwiches, running around. See what I mean? What a politician, though. Think about it. That's what politicians do. Mm-hmm. We're just going to take photo ops as our sheriff. Right. You're jumping in the lake. You're going to Latina's to get sandwiches. Yeah. You're talking like a fool.
You're eating sandwiches while your son is
not only
allegedly.
That. And while everything's going on in this place. While D'Angelo himself is out there.
Yeah.
And you're not paying attention or looking.
And all of a sudden you can't find Katie Rifford's police report.
Oh, we got to find out what's going on with Katie Rifford.
Yeah.
There was something she posted today that it looks as though there was a warrant for arrest. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's old. I don't know if that's new. I wasn't really positive. I mean, I don't know what the hell that was, but there's something on her page that makes it sound like they're trying to arrest her. And we got to get clarification. I'd love to get her to come on our show sometime.
Yes.
I'm sure Nick was right there taking. Oh yeah, I'm sure he was probably in a bathing suit jumping around.
Oh God.
But they got the nerve to keep giving. Yeah, Ryan keeps getting tickets on his car. Right.
I know.
Yeah.
These fuckers.
But they eat the sandwich. Katie Rifford's got me confused. You guys got to look at her Facebook page if you haven't. That was bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it meant. I'm gonna have to we'll have to reach out and ask because what they did to her is absolutely sickening, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my God, yeah.
Absolutely disgusting.
Once again, the use of CPS and the family court system.
Yeah, weaponizing it. And Scott's goes through it.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people that go through it.
Mm-hmm. And
Gabriella went through it, is going through it.
I forget where did we hear this? Was it Antoinette that said this? That I forget where I heard it, but anyways, we're raising a generation of kids.
She said it.
Yeah, with anxiety and depression because
think about what they're going through.
We're putting them in the hands of abusers constantly.
Yeah, Noel, it looks like that to me. I'm not positive. We got to reach out. And then they tried giving Katie to God. How about that?
Of course they did, because that's what they do with anyone that they think is vulnerable. Is they send them to Nick, just like Janelle Faso does.
Mm. We don't even have to say allegedly to that.
Yeah, no, there is no allegedly there.
There's nothing to allege.
That pig can come fight me. Bring the lawsuit yourself.
Yeah. I'm
come
tired.
Deliver it, Your Honor.
I'm tired of that. I'm tired of them. They literally referred Katie to Nick. Yeah, that's unbelievable. But very believable.
Right.
It's just unbelievable to like a normal brain. To our brain here, it's very believable. And you'd be shocked if it wasn't that way. You know? Oh my God. Janelle loves giving victims to Nick. She's the Niagara Falls version of Maxwell.
Yes.
Maxwell.
Yes, that's a perfect analogy.
You know what? There's a lot of Giselle Maxwells too in this city.
Oh, there's lots of them.
And there's a lot of people that were like Mrs. Sandusky. There's a lot of people. Remember Jerry Sandusky?
Mm-hmm.
Just complicit. Just sit there.
Yep.
Just let the time go by and know what's going on, and just happy it's not affecting you or yourself.
Every time I was victimized by
either of the issues, people knew, adults knew.
Oh, there was
several.
Not only were there adults that knew, there were adults that were facilitating.
Right. They were helping it along. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And everyone skates away free because statute of limitations here.
Right. Well, I don't even know if there is. I mean, I don't know if there is even charges for what.
There is.
Yeah.
There is yes, there is. You can be charged for helping that go along. You know what I mean? Yes, right. There definitely is.
But they'd be charged with something stupid like.
But either way, at least they'd be charged. At least they'd have to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't even have to be charged anymore. No. They get it within a couple of years. It's all gone. It's like it never happened. Poof, it's gone. Then they get all shook up when they got to go to civil court. I don't know what they're getting shook up for. They should be thanking everyone for not putting them where they belong.
Right. And then they don't actually have to go to civil court because it never goes that far.
No, they don't go that far. They try to wait you out to see if you can be, see if you die.
Right. Basically. Or run out of money.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they don't have to worry for some of the victims of the Niagara Falls School District. They ain't gonna have to worry about that.
Yeah, thank God for Paul Barr.
And there's another one. There's another one that I saw helping too.
Yeah, and attorneys like him. Yeah, I apologize that I don't know.
I don't know him either. Some of them are in New York City. Some of them are.
Yeah, I know that the one handling my case right now is out of New York City.
Scott says the mayor should make an attraction at the falls where you can ride Janelle over the falls. Since she can dive in a pile of crap and come out smelling like roses, she will survive the plunger. The plunge. The plunger. Oh, dear God. That's funny. I don't know, Robin. You know, the victory today is absolutely April 8th,
yes,
2023. And hopefully from this day forward, we will always remind them of this day, of this month, to make sure it's a continual thing.
Yeah.
For sexual assault survivor awareness.
Which obviously Niagara Falls, New York is uncomfortable with.
Yeah, well, they're going to be aware now.
Yeah.
They'll be aware now. Yeah, it was a brilliant idea. That was unbelievable. We could have a ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll call it Rape Over the Falls. I don't know.
Right.
It just have some greatness. Great name. Maybe we can name a sandwich at like Porky, or so we can make a sandwich.
Yeah.
I have the names, the Godmother, the Godfather.
Right, yeah. The Wiener Queen.
The enabler, the oh my God, there's just so many. Yeah, definitely the Wiener Queen. Yeah, the Wiener Queen. You have hot dogs in there. You cut them up,
right?
In there with them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it'd be the perfect name for a sandwich. The Wiener Queen. It could be a hot dog.
Yeah, but it's specialty.
Yeah,
we could do something, sandwich. Deep frying it.
Right.
Yeah. No, she's the Wiener Queen. Anyways. Great day. Thank you to Mayor Diodate, who has now become a follower, which is great, of the podcast.
Oh, that's amazing.
He was very, so we, and also I should say also to Carmelo McDougall, because it's not just him that has to, he can make, but it still takes a group. Yes. But the people on that side of the border did what they should do.
Yes.
The people on this side, they stonewalled it and tried as hard as they can to lie about it. Because lying is just what they do.
Right.
That's how they work, that's how they roll. And no one has ever had to no one's ever questioned it.
No.
Because those two parties that they're involved in are like, you might as well have two little Catholic churches or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And I just hope that people out there and voters someday, maybe, like I said, maybe it will take decades, will realize we don't need them. And if you get the only way it's almost like unions. You know how unions got broke and then people stopped? There was just no more union participation or union. And I'm not talking about the public. I'm talking about the private unions, like in factories.
Right.
All of a sudden they went from 800,000 union work down to 250,000. I mean, that hit them hard. So they had to reevaluate.
Right.
That's the only thing I believe you do in a place like this. You just when they think they have 3,000 voters, when it falls down to 1,200, I mean, that's what you need. You need to just send, that's the only message you can send, because they don't care what you say because you keep on going and vote for them.
Right.
Now, you know what? Go vote. Write in anything. Donald Duck, Daffy Duck. I don't care. Write in Wiener Queen. Write in whatever you want, but don't vote for these people. Go and do it. Go do your civics duty, whatever you want to call it. And just don't do it. Don't do it no more. Don't do it here. Just stop. Who are you going to vote for? You're going to vote for a guy who was already a councilman, who is, while a councilman, ends up with going to prison. What is it? 17 months. I don't even know what it's for, tax evasion, for helping someone evade taxes. I mean, they are being in, they're not just, now look, you can run all you want, but when the party comes and endorses you,
right,
that says all you need to know.
That's where the problem is.
So it's got to stop.
Because because the problem there is, if everyone was just running on their name and their own reputation, people would look into this guy and say, oh, look, this jackass has been on the city council before and he screwed up his chance. Why would we vote for him again?
No, they love it. Burdette, no. If you're going to be a write-in candidate, you just do it. To be on the ballot, even as a no party, when I was kind of messing around with that, seeing if I was going to do it, you get petitions still, but just from no party people. So the process remains the same. But if you do a write-in, you just declare you're doing a write-in and get as many people as you can to write you in. They won't let you debate. I got thrown out, how that went when I wanted to go in there. But anyways, yeah, New York State really makes it hard. Other states aren't this difficult to run in your local elections. They make it very hard. They do it's kind of like statutes of limitations in a way, or it's like the pedophile, or it's like the predator. They are waiting you out because they know you work 9 to 5 at a factory somewhere. You work in an office. You work Monday through Friday. Now go get 1,000 petitions signed, because we know if you only get 500, we're going to throw a bunch out and you ain't going to make it.
Right.
So they are just making it to where you can't. And if you're not in the party, then people get shook. I need the party to. Once you let those parties help you, you're done. You're completely done. So, anyways, we should go. It's time to go. Great day though. Mayor Diodate from Niagara Falls, Ontario, has done it with Carmela McDougall. They, on April 8th, have declared that it'll be Sexual Assault Awareness Day, month. It'll be day at that point on the 8th, but it's the month, and it'll be at 10 p.m. And hold on, let me answer this question. It's a party thing, petitions, but even if you're no party, like you're not affiliated with anyone, the state still makes you go out and get signatures from no party people. No matter what the state wants, they just make it difficult. That's the only way I could put it. They make it hard. So April 8th, 10 p.m. If you can't be there, we're going to have a link that you'll be able to click on it and see it live. I'm sure if we're going to be down there, if everyone's okay, we can go down there, and we will use Citizens United's page and broadcast it and stuff.
Yes.
It is stupid, Burdette, real stupid. It's just another way to fix things, to rig it up. So it's a great day, even though we are pissed off a lot of the time. So what? You have to be. How can't you be pissed off here? Who the hell's happy? You can't be happy. There's nothing to be happy about. When you're talking about this kind of shit, guess what? If you're doing a podcast about this stuff and you're happy, there's something wrong, because there's nothing good going on. Nothing good going on right now when you're talking about politics or anything.
Right.
Nothing at all. We got any last words here?
Yes, I do actually. If you are supporting the Niagara Action, the Action 716, the Crime Niagara Falls, I'm almost learning them all, Noel. Any of those, if you're supporting now the Niagara Reporter, I'm throwing that in there. If you're supporting any of those things, you support Nick D'Angelo, you support rape, you are a victim shamer. Know what you're sharing. Don't be out there just sharing whatever pops up on your timeline. Take accountability for what you're sharing. If you're sharing the Niagara Action, then be prepared to defend the Niagara Action.
Great point by Scott. The 8th is lighting the falls up for sexual assault survivors, and May 8th, trial of the piece of garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure that, you know what's going to be? I bet you in May they'll light it up for him, like they did for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
In unity. In some sort. They should, in unity with him, for his speedy return or whatever. I'm guessing maybe
he's got the Mamba mentality of rape.
All right. On that note, we're gonna go. We'll be back next Tuesday. We'll also be back on. Well, you'll see me on Friday with the sports. They should light it up purple for him. Yeah. Yes, they should. I wish they would. Maybe we should send in that request. That'll be great. We could send it to the mayor's office and all these people. Can you please do this on his behalf?
They'll have it done in less time. They'll try to beat the Canadian side.
Yeah. All right, we gotta go because I'm gonna keep laughing. Friday at 6, me and Scott Taggart will be doing the Spitball and Sports podcast. On Saturday at 2:00, you will see Falls Count Anywhere with Krista Carlo and Charlie Turner. They have a good guest this week. And then on Monday, we will be back again. We have Kimberly Lowe, who's running for Senate in Virginia. She's great. She's been great with us. It's been really awesome to talk to her. She's been a lot of places where we don't get to go. And she was in East Palestine, Ohio. She's got a lot to say about what's going on with train derailments and all this other stuff.
She was just at CPAC too.
Yes, she was just she was at that thing too. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Gary. Thank you for being here. And we're so happy that the Canadian side finally did the right thing for sexual assault awareness, and they will light it up for us April 8th at 10 p.m.
Yep, more details to come about what
we might do and everything else, but for sure, Mayor Diodate and what's her name again? Carmela McDougall. Thank you very much over there in Niagara Falls, Ontario. You have no idea how much you have helped people. All right, let's get going. Robin, we'll see everyone next week.
Yes, thanks everyone.